I have a conspiracy that might be true though.
What's your conspiracy?
To confront you about it live on the podcast.
Do it. Gosh, I didn't even think about that.
Maybe subconsciously, this conspiracy is true.
Consciously.
Ruslan.
Am I a shell for Transformation Church? Am I on payroll? My latest Mike Todd video, I thought it was a good video. I said Mike Todd has a relationship with Christian YouTube outrage the way Donald Trump had a relationship with the liberal media. I said Mike Todd was the Tekashi 6ix9ine of evangelicism. I said the more you get outraged, the more you become on his street team. And I had someone legitimately tell me that because a friend of the channel's performed at the show and I shouted him out, that I might be on payroll. This is where we're at, Zach. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy talk. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me whenever someone like debunks the flat earthers,
Yeah.
they think that you work for NASA.
I have a conspiracy that might be true though.
What's your
I actually
conspiracy?
to confront you about it live on the podcast.
Do it.
We all know Paris Kariz is not your only relationship that ties you to Mike Todd.
Who else talks to me about that? Who else is the only other person I know is Mike Todd's brother, who I've been friendly with in DMs.
And
Ray Rock? Who?
next week,
Oh, Tim Ross.
there we go.
Tim Ross
My
is
conspiracy
coming on the
is
channel. Wow.
You're going a little bit lighter nowadays.
going light.
So that when he comes on, he doesn't feel like you're going to 1-2 punch him. And he actually can feel comfortable in the studio.
But this gives us a great segue. Tim Ross on the Patreon podcast. You guys could drop us questions.
Yeah.
Happening April 18th.
Next Monday.
Is that Monday?
Yeah. Or next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. Tuesday.
I'm in Monday.
Tuesday. So, gosh, I didn't even think about that.
Maybe subconsciously, this conspiracy is true.
Subconsciously. In a time where Christian YouTubers are mad, one decides to have a balanced take because he's secretly friends of his frenemies. No, I'm joking. I'm totally joking. No, listen.
I don't know.
Do I think booty jokes were appropriate? No, I don't think most of it was appropriate. That's the kicker. I don't think most of it was appropriate. I just think we also shouldn't be outraged over this. Like, this is what he's on. This is the church. Like, this is it.
It was pretty bad, though.
He showed you what he's, bro. No, but I've been consistent about Mike Todd since like 2017.
Oh, no.
Me and John Keith did a video for Rapzilla.com, which they ironically never put out, where Mike Todd said, all ambition is evil. And I said, this is absolutely awful. Matter of fact, open up the Dropbox. You can find that video if you want to. This is in 2017. No, this came in 2017. It's 2018. It's when John Keith first came out. Guys, I was making content for Rapzilla.com. I've been consistent on this. So I am shocked that people would think that I think any of it is appropriate. It is not yet.
It's the one time you
It's
went
a play.
It's the one time you went a little light, maybe.
No.
But I'm saying you're consistent because you've been saying the same thing, but maybe this one time you're going a little light, and then people are mad the one time you're going light. Does that make sense?
No, I just think I don't care as much.
Yeah, no, I mean, and because you don't care, you're like, oh, I don't really care.
I do think that he's extremely sophisticated in that everyone in being a part of the outrage point is playing right into what he wants.
Really?
Absolutely.
You know, I want to believe he's not that smart. No, I want to believe like he has no clue. But when I just think about it behind the scenes, even in the day-to-day of like what we do, I'm like, there's no way he doesn't know. Like, we know everything. We know. Like, you know.
I don't think you went light. You just gave another shot. Thank you, David. Thank you. David got my back. Zach don't even got my back. And
I'm just here for the people, man.
Same. I don't care enough to know what's happening. Yeah, like, listen, he shouldn't be playing into any of it. Well, there's a lot of, okay, should and shouldn't,
I mean, it is the church, bro.
Are strong words.
Like he absolutely shouldn't be.
Okay, hold on.
If it wasn't the church,
we'll back
go
up.
ahead.
But it's also clips of stuff without having watched the full thing. It's like watching a scene of a movie. It's like Sneeko defending cuties.
I watched K-Dubs. I watched K-Dubs.
We watched as much of it as we could.
We saw a good amount of it.
The end was fire, not going to lie. There you go, right? So if he's trying to depict debauchery in its raw sense, right?
On the church stage.
On the church stage, and the ending lands in a redemptive, scripturally reasonable place, then why be upset about the journey of the process to get there? Maybe they landed in a good place. I don't know. I just know I don't have the time to sit and watch it all. I don't think anyone's seen the whole thing because they had it taken down.
Yeah.
Okay. 2, I don't think a woman getting crucified is right. That's weird. But I also didn't watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
So they're saying he mocked Jesus. There's a difference between like, yo, this is error.
Yeah.
Again, there's a difference between error and heresy. There's a difference between error and you're mocking the gospel. Everyone sees red with Mike Todd versus just saying, yo, maybe he's a great marketer who's sloppy theologically.
And a pastor and leading a church.
He's never claimed that title.
Whoa.
I'm joking.
You're doing the whole.
I'm joking.
He's Joel Osteen, actually.
I'm joking. It was light, Rue, but I get why you don't see it all. Me neither. And you seeing through him. I don't know, man. I just think he knows what he's doing. And I think that we are, I think he's in on it and we don't know that we're in on it. Yeah. That's what I think. I think he's in on it and we don't know that we're in on it, which makes us the sucker.
Which makes us. You know,
tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
You might be right.
I think he's in on it, and I think we don't know that we're in on it, which got us looking crazy. That's just my opinion, though.
Got us looking.
They wanted you to say he's a heretic and should be marked for it. Of course, right? Of course. Look, they brought on Carl Lentz, guys.
Oh, you're right. This is getting deeper.
They brought on Carl Lentz, guys. Like, come on, man. But listen, irrelevant on if I was hard or not. The fact that someone thought I was on payroll.
Oh, that's amazing. In a way.
How?
You covered the whole AdSense thing?
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess I am on payroll from that perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's telling these guys, come on. Linda, listen. He's telling you what time he's on. He's telling you outright. I told my team. That's the part I did see. I told my team, how close can we get without sinning? He said that. And so if he said that, I just think, I think Jesus was clear in his message, but instead of being clear and keep playing games. Yeah, listen, yes, I don't think that the theatrics is always helpful. That's why I said a plain gospel message is better, I think. Wait, he really said that. Yo, this is what I'm saying. I watched more of it. It's true that you sent me the video and I clicked into it, and he literally says, there's a point where it cuts and he says, I asked my team to go as close to the, I said, what he said? I asked them to do everything but sin. So they were trying to see how hard they can go. And so if you're a pastor and you're saying, I want to see how hard we can go without sinning on an Easter production, you don't think he knows there's going to be backlash on purpose?
K-Dub called it twerking.
K-Dub full on called it twerking. I don't think it was twerking. It was something.
It's not
nothing. It's not nothing.
But that's the line.
They're
like, let's move the hips as much as you can before it's twerking.
But don't not too much, right? Right? And so I think he knew exactly what he was doing. As a pastor, it's very unwise, and it's becoming more frequent. It starts to become sketch. I think it's been sketch, but...
It has been sketch.
But I don't... Because it's been sketch, why is anyone surprised? Hey, you want to see something crazy? 67% of the people who watch this channel are not subscribed. Do me a quick favor, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you stay up to date on all the videos here on the Blessed God Studios channel.
You know what you sound like, though?
What do I sound like? Tell me.
You sound like, which is a very reasonable take on the whole, on like marriage, and where we go, why are we fighting to, this is an older argument. Why are we fighting to not against to get the right to marry when there's a bunch of people that aren't Christian that are marrying and not living the intention, God's intention for marriage.
Sure.
And so it's like, it's been messed up. So if they want to have their version of it, and they call it marriage, sure. but like we obviously know what it is. So you're kind of saying,
I see him. I see what you're saying.
He been messed up. Yeah. So if he wants to call it church, he can. But we know.
I don't think he's messed up. I think he's misunderstood, and I think he's immature theologically. And I've been fairly consistent on that.
With a lot of money.
That's neither here nor there. So what I think it would be the equivalent of saying.
Well, I'm saying like they have access to resources to do like a fireworks show in the middle of Easter service,
which was nuts. We're just gonna keep it a buck.
It looked like Sam Smith, bro.
That joint was nuts. What I'm saying is, if the conclusion of that would be, and let's present him as sound theologically, and right where I'm gonna keep redirecting and saying, hey, there needs to be safeguards in place. I think he means well, but I think he's off in these areas. He needs some more mature men around him. I hope he grows. Yeah, that would be the difference. I'm not stamping them as recommended. This is good.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying this is not recommended, but at this point, maybe we shouldn't be so outraged to play right into it. It's like being upset about the Grammys. It's literally, it's the same thing to me.
Okay.
Like we're upset about Sam Smith.
I'm not sure if it's the same thing.
We're upset about Lil Nas X.
It is the church.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm not upset about Sam Smith as much as I am about the church. You're right. But
you're right.
I mean, to your point, your point, you were looking at this topic and you were like, should we just publish it to like the Bless God channel and kind of just cover something else? It's too obvious.
Yeah.
It's too on the nose. Like, did we even talk about it?
I did a brief little thing about it on stream yesterday, and I was just going to drop that as like an 8-minute clip. But I woke up to more DMs, and I woke up to them like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to just tell you guys what we all know. Okay. I'm surprised you did this video, honestly. I mean, but me and you had this exact conversation, Trutha. Me and Trutha had this me and Trutha had this conversation. Me and K-Dub had this conversation. Me and Ray Rock had this exact conversation privately. Like, at this point, we're a part of the street team. That's my opinion. The plain and clear gospel is by nature offensive enough to our fallen nature to market itself, though, thinking you can market better, more effectively than Jesus is vain. Yes.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean you can't create an experience in an environment where people can enjoy themselves, right? Like, there's a difference between saying the gospel is offensive, so let's water it down, and the gospel is offensive, so let's be more offensive and make it harder. That's how some of the heresy hunter, goofy reform stuff guys are. If I'm gonna keep it a buck, the KJV onlyism. Like, I didn't know that KJV onlyism was so attached to like the fringe free grace folks until Don said, once I got off of free grace, I was off KJV onlyism. So there's a spectrum there where folks, it's not just the gospel is offensive, it's the gospel is offensive and let me be a jerk for Jesus and make it more offensive. Like, I don't think that's helpful either. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think the Johnny Mac model and all that stuff is good either. Like, I think there has to be a balance. Like, I don't think it got to be Mike Todd, Stephen Furtick, Disneyland at church vibes, and I don't think it got to be John MacArthur, Paul Washer, angry vibes. I don't know, we may not be outraged of the look of Mike Todd service, but some people are not shocked about any other pastor against the gospel. Yeah, I mean, yes, Corey, I know we all love Disneyland. I just think unsafe people are looking for something different than what the world offers. When we look so close to it, we lose the appeal. That's a great point, Alyssa. That's a W point.
Yeah.
When it looks indistinguishable, I think that's a fair point.
Also, I feel like some of the best testimonies. Oh, like Andrew Schultz. What did he say?
He said it was the music. He said he went to church. It was the music. It was the music. He said the way they communicated, and he said he felt welcomed and loved.
But he also said, I went to real church.
Yeah, he did say I went to real church.
He said
in a school gymnasium. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, in a school gymnasium. Like, even he acknowledges, a lot of non-Christians acknowledge they don't want the overproduced.
Yeah, but I said that. Didn't I say that at the end of the video?
100%.
Yeah, so I'm saying you guys are all right. I'm saying you guys are all right. I'm just saying it's like, what it's like? It's like listening to content from Daily Wire. Daily Wire is not wrong.
It totally is, yeah.
On 95% of the stuff they talk about, Daily Wire is not wrong.
We're trying to be the Christian Daily Wire, bro.
But we know if all we listen to is Daily Wire and not good Bible teaching and not good commentary and not good other things, if all we listen to is Daily Wire, and again, I'm not saying Daily Wire is all right, I'm just saying they're not usually wrong. 95% of the stuff they say is accurate.
Alt-right.
Right.
Just kidding.
But if all you listen to is Daily Wire, like that's not healthy for your psyche.
Yeah.
If all you're listening to is like the libs are bad and hate you.
Yeah, you need some breaking points.
You need something else.
You need some inside edition.
You need something else. And all I'm saying is,
vanilla.
if all we open up with is, did you see what Transformation Church did on Easter Sunday? I'm not saying that's the tone of the people making the videos, because a lot of them are my friends, if I'm honest with you. But I'm saying that's the packaging. The packaging is
demonic Easter.
The packaging, which by the way, blame this fool. I don't title the videos. I finished that whole video and then I like, Zach, you wrote demonic Easter on the thumbnail, bro? I was like, what are you doing? So all I'm saying is,
I don't even think he wore a red suit.
This Zach,
I think that's 3 weeks ago, bro. To be honest.
Zach is out of control. Okay? If that it becomes what we are accustomed to listening to, and then everything is that style of preaching, right? It's not let's proclaim the gospel, it's let's correct the wrong ideology of the world. Like, and I'm not saying all of Vadi Bakum stuff, but who was the channel that like came after Tim Mackey and totally like
I don't know.
I don't remember. One of those. No, it was a big channel. It's not a small channel.
I just sunned them though.
Yeah, don't do that because they're huge. But they cut to Vadi Bakum, and Vadi Bakum is just picking apart everything that's wrong with the leftist ideology. Which I'm like, yeah, you're right. However, let's give people an alternative and let's lead them in a more balanced way instead of just picking it apart. And it's like I don't need another Ben Shapiro dunking on lib TikTok video. Like that for my Treasure of Christ channel. Thank you, John. For my spiritual development. I don't need another Mike Todd video about how over the top Transformation's Easter service was. Like, I don't need another video like that. And I don't think the audience does.
Unless
I don't think the audience does.
Unless it's your first Mike Todd video you've ever seen.
Unless it's my first Mike Todd video. I don't even want to make Mike Todd videos. Right? Like, what was the conversation we had at the beginning of the year?
You said no more celebrity pastor videos.
I said we got to stop making celebrity pastor videos.
It was like 2 weeks in, and we're like, "Oops."
Right, and to be fair, we had some decent ones. We did a great video. I mean, I did the Francis Chan video. I thought it was great. We could look at some more of that kind of conversation. And so, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if just being outraged about what other churches are doing wrong is in any way, shape, or form helping anyone's spiritual development. I do think there's a practical approach in what K-Dub does and in what Nick Jones does in terms of deterring people away from dangerous teaching.
Yeah.
For the person that clicks in and says, well, let me see what this guy's on. And that's been fruitful for K-Dub. I know he's hopped on phone calls with people and that go to Transformation or have one Transformation. I think that's fruitful. But I think just making that sort of content, I just for me, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's good for people. You know, maybe I'm getting soft.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hey, this clip is from our daily after party stream. If you enjoyed it, consider signing up for our Patreon community for only $5 a month, where you get access to the replays of our daily after party streams, as well as the uncut extended versions of our podcast, Discord access that's private, and a discount code for our merch store, only $5 a month. And ultimately, it's the best way to help us contextualize the gospel of Jesus using media, podcasting, and of course, YouTube. The link for that is in the description or in the pinned comment. The perks are amazing. You should get on there. It's only $5 a month. I'll see you over there, all right? Peace.